So I've been using the Katwalk for a year, and this is what I learned and a little bit about my journey. And this is not the same Katwalk that I started with a year ago. And watch to the end of the video if you want to find out why. But before I get into my journey and all that fun stuff, I want to answer the question, was this treadmill worth it? Because I did buy the treadmill originally with my own money. I'm going to say 100% it was worth it, because even if I didn't lose any weight with it, it's still a very immersive, fun toy, I'd say, okay, for VR, and I love it. I love walking in Skyrim. I love walking in Fallout. I love walking in all the games. So even if I didn't lose weight, it'd be worth it. But considering that it helped me lose like 50 pounds, it's even more worth it. It has saved me money, and I'm not trying to sell you a Katwalk right now. I'm just telling you the truth. Before I started this, I seriously went to a bariatric surgeon, and I was gonna get weight loss surgery. I was seriously considering it. Insurance denied me, and I guess thank God for that. But yeah, I'd say it's worth it. But let's get into the journey. This was my first stream ever. I started on November 27th, but I didn't start streaming for 9 days. I didn't realize people would actually want to watch me play games, but it's awesome and I'm grateful. Thank you for watching me play games. And if you're curious, every stream I've ever done is here on YouTube, so you can see the progress and see the change in me, the confidence, the everything. And this is December 30th, about a month after I started, and you can already see the big change that started happening in my body. Fun fact, I played the first 60 days of my journey in Skyrim. I hyperfixated on that game pretty hard, and I beat the main campaign completely on foot with no fast travel, no horse, and no carriage. And I lost 15 pounds during that time. I started playing Fallout January 30th, and I played it all through February. In March, I played through Resident Evil 2 and beat it completely by walking. In the beginning of April, I beat Resident Evil 3, and then I beat Half-Life Alyx on foot on the 6th of April. Also in the beginning of April, I did a half a marathon in Minecraft for charity. That was 13.1 miles in one go on the VR treadmill. Mind you, the VR treadmill is harder to walk on than real life walking, so that was a really big accomplishment for me. The end of April, I beat Fallout 4 for the first time, completely on foot, no fast travel. And I was really proud of that. I did 156 miles in Fallout to that point. But sadly in May, I kind of dropped off of my diet and being consistent about things. I stopped my daily log. I had lost 50 pounds in 155 days of doing the VR treadmill every single day. I guess I just got a little burned out, so May, June, and July, I just played WoW, Minecraft, and some other stuff that I regularly play like Skyrim and Fallout, but not real consistent. And as you can see here, I got a little chubby again. This was really hard for me to stay motivated to keep streaming because I knew everyone could see it. It would have been easy to quit right then, but I didn't, and I pressed on, and I burned a sweet roll off in Skyrim. A real sweet roll from the official Skyrim cookbook, and I think that's really cool. I beat Resident Evil 7 in the beginning of August for the first time, and it's now my favorite game of all time for VR. I even made a cake from Resident Evil 7 and burned it off in the game. In September, I was lucky enough to go to MetaConnect and meet a lot of cool creators and realize, wait a second, I'm that bee who got 20 million views, dude. It was a kick in my butt to get consistent and to start again. So when I got home, I started running on the treadmill again, and I said I was gonna do it every day until I hit my goal weight. In October, I did a speed run of Resident Evil 7 where I actually had to run, and I've never seen anyone do a speed run where they actually have to run. I played a ton of spooky games in October, and I was lucky enough to play Arizona Sunshine with J-Bar. In November, I finally hooked it up to use the Nexus, which is the standalone device for the Katwalk, and I started playing some Nexus games like Power Wash Simulator, and surprisingly enough, you actually burn a fair amount of calories power washing. And this is 1 year after the start. This is November 27th, 2024, with a net weight loss of 45 pounds. I still have 5 pounds more to go until I hit that 50-pound mark again. According to Kat VR, they said I walked 1,592 kilometers, which is about 990 miles, but that's not counting the time I was walking with the Nexus games. So I'm gonna say I walked about 1,000 miles. There have been some serious ups and downs, but this time I'm not stopping until I hit my goal weight of 130 pounds. I'm 165 right now, November 27th, 2024. So that's a condensed look at my year, and here's some frequently asked questions I get a lot. How long did it take me to get used to using the catwalk? I'd say it took me about a week to get used to. The hardest part for me was trying not to lean forward when walking, but hold myself up instead. You need to work harder to do that. You have to use your core muscles to keep yourself up straight, but that's the right way to do it. I used to walk like I was like trying to pull the catwalk behind me. Number 2, and I do have a list because I forget things. How much did it cost? It cost me about $1,000 when I bought it. I bought it on pre-sale, August, maybe July of 2023. Right now it's actually cheaper. It's $900 and it comes with a Nexus for free, but it's Black Friday, so if you're watching this in the future, apologies if it's not the same price. Okay, what's next? How well does it hold up? Surprisingly well. Okay, one thing that did not hold up is there's a spring back here, okay, that keeps this thing weightless, all right? That broke, but before you view that as a negative thing, I like it better this way for 2 reasons. 1, I feel like it sits on my body better and it doesn't have any wiggle going up and down, and with my body shape, being bigger here, smaller here, it just wiggled too much when it was weightless, how it was. I didn't like it, so I actually prefer it without the spring, and it ups the intensity a little bit of the workout, and honestly, my main purpose now is to use this thing as a workout machine. Also, there's a little pin back here that keeps that rod in there, and that little pin came out or broke or whatever a while ago, but it's not hard to fix. You just put another little pin in there and you're good to go. I've also had a few screws come out here and there, and that's just because I'm using this thing heavily. I am stress testing it. Does it help with motion sickness? For me, yes. For me, I do not get motion sickness anymore with any Kat VR game. For you, I don't know. Okay, I don't know if it'll fix it for you. I have heard of people saying that they still get motion sick. I've heard of people who say that it fixed it. So it's kind of a gamble. If you like VR and you already have your VR legs, it's probably fine. And did I change my diet? Yes, I did change my diet. I changed a lot. I tried keto. I tried vegan for a little bit. I've tried intermittent fasting. And I kind of yo-yo between all of them. Honestly, like, I don't know what I'm doing even still, but I'm trying, okay? I'm gonna get to that goal weight, even if I have to claw my way there, okay? And why is this not the same treadmill that I started with? Why is it not? It is because I wore a weighted vest with it, okay? I wore a 30-pound weighted vest with it for a long time because I wanted to up the intensity of my workouts. And while it upped the intensity of my workouts, I wore it so much that it wore a hole in here. Okay, it wore a hole, like this belt wore a hole on it because it was rubbing against it too much, and it sprung a hole that leaked little metal bits onto the nice smooth surface down there and scratched it up real bad, okay? And what happens when you scratch it up real bad? You get stuff I call cat gunk. What is cat gunk? Well, I think that it's plastic from the treadmill and the lubricant like binding together. I'm not really sure, but it makes like a putty and it gets all over the catwalk and it gets all over your shoes every single day. So for a while there, I had to clean the catwalk every time I used it and re-lube it up every time I used it. So that sucked. This is the bottom of my shoes before the stream. They look a little dirty, but I did just clean them up. And the catwalk before the stream. All right. And I will show you it after. Okay, and this is what it looks like after just one I think it was more than an hour, like 2 hours of playing. There's some serious shedding of the plastic, and it's from the base. It's not from the bottom of the shoes falling apart. The base is like sticking all weird. And I'm using Treadmill lube, just so you know, because Kat VR only gives you this teeny tiny little bottle. And if you look closely, there's these little bits everywhere. This is what I call Kat VR goo. Look at it. Oh, I'm gonna show you his yuckies. It's like a putty. It makes a putty. Like the plastic sheds from the treadmill and like bonds with the lube into a putty. It's not completely broken. It's in my garage right now. Okay, it's in my garage. but this is way more convenient, one that's not broken. Okay, so don't wear a weighted vest or anything that can scratch up your catwalk. If you are gonna wear a weighted vest, wear one that's small enough to not interfere with the belt, okay? Don't interfere with the belt. Also, I have had a few shirts get a hole right here because wearing it so much. Anyways, though, that's a quick snapshot at my year. I'd buy it again. I would, 100%. And if you have any other questions for me, feel free to leave them in the comments, and consider subscribing if you want to see more VR treadmill content. I do stream every day, and I'm gonna stream every day until I hit my goal weight. So I hope to catch you in the streams. See you later.
I know how love you, you got